Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, coach of your Wexford Wailords, and welcome to our Week 5 team building episode for this week's matchup up against the the Baltimore Braxiens, coached by Omega Chris. A link to his YouTube channel will be down in the description down below, so definitely go check him out and see what content he does be putting up. And just a quick overview as to his team and all that kind of fun stuff. He's currently 2-2. We're 4-0, but it's a dubious 4-0 because we got 2 forfeit wins, but still 4-0. And his team, which you can see up above me now, consists of Thunderous Incarnate, Nihiligo, Alola Marowak, Mega Blastoise, Decidueye, Silvally, Granbull, Staraptor, Dragalge, Gallade and Bronzong. So interesting team. This is I should also mention the Dragalge is his Z captain, and Silvally. All types of Silvally are allowed to be used in the TDL, so it makes prepping for Silvally a little bit difficult. It kind of got to the point where I was like, you know something, I don't know what to prep for him. Simply put, I was like, I don't know what to do. Really do not know what to do. I know there's been the odd time he has had it as a fire type, but if he's allowed to be every type, then what do you do? It's just, you can't. You just have to play around it. So that's what we're going to have to do on when we come to our battle. And a couple of other big threats on his team as well. The Nihiligo was notorious against us in season 1 last season. Every time he went up against it, it just wrecked us. He's got Staraptor there, which is scary enough Pokemon, and Thunderous Incarnate is so fast, really can put on a lot of pressure on us. And he does have an immunity to the electric type in Alola Marowak. Although I was kind of putting U-turn on it, but I think what I'll do is I'll just keep full switch, and I'll kind of go into my team now. Might as well, seeing as how I just made that actually. Make that switch again. There we go. Thunderbolt. There we go. I might as well jump into my team now since we're this far along. So he's got a Mega Blastoise, which is a very scary Pokemon. Can hit really hard. Not easy to deal with whatsoever. And I'm going to need a couple of ways to deal with this mon. It was as simple as that. So I decided that I'll bring my Helios this week. So solar panels coming. I figured, he's got a couple of ghost types, so the normal typing would be very beneficial there. Especially because T-Tar doesn't have a good matchup here, because the Nihiligo allows speed and can wreck it with a Grass Knot or a Dazzling Gleam. Alola Marowak could have the Boomerang, so have to run max speed or enough speed for it to outspeed Alola Marowak, and would have the same bulk. The Decidueye would just wreck it with the with a Leaf Blade. Granbull, it can do the same with the Play Rough. The Raptor could do it with close combat. There wasn't just enough for T-Tar to come along to deal with this, the ghost type, so I felt Hilo was being a good way to be able to come in and force the ghost types to go for their secondary typing rather than going for their ghost typing. It was nice because we have an immunity there. We have an answer to Mega Blastoise, and we have an answer to Staraptor. And we have a good way of being able to hit Thunderous Incarnate very hard as well. So I was very overall happy. I was like, something, we're going to go with it. Choice Scarf will be able to speed the Thunderous Incarnate because I like to be able to have a fast Volt Switch on the team. And we're going to rock out a Volt Switch, Surf, Dark Pulse, and Thunderbolt. I was originally going to go U-turn because of the Alola Marowak, but he's only got one. Yeah, he's only got one immunity, so to electric type. So I was like, the Lightning Head's not going to do that much for him. So let's just rock out with the Volt Switch, and so we get a bit nice switch initiative there. And we're going to rock out with Surf for the Nihiligo to be able to hit that a little bit hard, and potentially the Fire type Silvally. We're going to have the Dark Pulse to be able to hit the Decidueye very hard, and we're going to have the Thunderbolt then just to get pure raw damage on Pokemon when late game. No point going for the Hyper Voice because he's got too many immunities, so I figure we might as well just rock out the dual electric type moves and the Surf and Dark Pulse then to kind of hit mons later on. The Dark Pulse is a good number on the Bronzong as well, which is very, very nice, so can't complain about that. I basically just solar panels just come in, full switch around and just get chip damage on things. That's the kind of plan. We're running enough speed to outspeed the Nihiligo. If that's choiced, and then of course with the choice scarf, then we have enough speed to outspeed non-choiced Thunderous Incarnate. Then max HP and the rest is split into bulk. So pretty standard. So let's hopefully it works. But that's our solar panel this week, and you know, I'm confident. You know, confident. Next up, we're going to bring Starman, our Jirachi, and we're going to be bringing a mixed offensive set this week. So every week so far, I've been bringing defensive. I was going to bring an offensive set last week, but we won't talk about last week. But we are bringing a mixed offensive set this week. We're bringing Iron Head, Thunderwave, Thunderbolt, and Zen Headbutt. So I want to get a bit of Power Flinch shenanigans going on today because what's got this week, because he's got. I'm not going to say a weak team, but it's peculiar. Like, I've looked at some of the things, like I don't know what the Savali is going to do, and there's a couple of mons I like to be able to paralyze, such as the Staraptor and all that, if I can get him on a switch. So I said, you know, having a Thunderwave there would be kind of nice to have. I know he's got the Alola Marowak and the Thunderous Incarnate that are immune to it, but he's not going to switch. Like, he might switch in the Alola Marowak in, but you know, I think, you know, we should be safe enough, I think, most of the time to be able to kind of just click Thunderwave and maybe get power on, or what's called a Thunderwave on something. And then of course we have an Iron Head then to get some Power Flinch going on, but also it one hit KOs the Nihilego, so that's ideal, and it wrecks the Gramble. It absolutely wrecks the Gramble. So for me, that's just perfect. We then have the Thunderbolt to deal with Mega Blastoise. So if Mega Blastoise is kind of a split defensive set, I kind of want to be hitting the special side. So just from the calcs I've done, I kind of was thinking, you know, if he brings the Nihilego, he might bring a more physically bulky Blastoise. You know, I was kind of thinking he might do that, so I figured, you know, I think you know, let's bring the Thunderbolt on the Jirachi, and if it's the case where we're not getting enough damage done, then we can go for the Electric type Z move and just get over half done at least, and we can just keep chipping away at him then with our Zen Headbutts, because I figured that might be a decent enough play. And then of course the Thunderbolt deals with Staraptor very nicely as well, because he's got dual Intimidator, so we've got to be careful with that. Having the mixed attacker here will definitely be able to, will be one way of being able to move around that. And then we have the Zen Headbutt to be able to hit the Dragalge, because this is our switch into the Dragalge as well, so we have a way to be able to come in on Dragalge and be able to click Zen Headbutt and hit it very hard. And then it's just another stab move as well as a middle ground play that we'd be able to use and be able to hit things very hard. And it's also another method of power flinching. So I was very happy with this set. I think Starman this week, being a little bit more offensive, might be able to put in a good bit of work for us, particularly against a lot of his team. It's a really good answer to Dragalge, and that's what I really wanted. So I'm happy out with that. After that, we are bringing Ponyboy our Keldeo this week. So we haven't brought Keldeo in a while, and I haven't actually planned to bring Keldeo for ages, ever since his week 1 heroics. But Ponyboy is definitely going to be back in the squad this week. I was originally going to go Delmise. I was originally Delmise to counter the Mega Blastoise, but I was looking at the rest of the team, because this is my last edition basically. I had Delmise come in on the Mega Blastoise, trap it or trap something, and be able to pick it off. And as well, I'll be able to come in on a Pokemon and click Shadow Claw, and his Ghost types wouldn't be able to come in and take that very nicely because of Delmise's Sky High attack stat. Problem is, Mega Blastoise still absolutely wrecks Delmise, regardless. You know, like with AV and a bit of extra bulk, I can't switch in onto Mega Blastoise's Ice Beam there. So that was pretty much a disaster for me, and like that made me hesitant. And then the more I was looking at his team, the more I was kind of thinking, you know, I don't have a really great wall breaker here to be able to kind of come in and just hurt something very hard. So I decided, or to hit something very hard I should say, with hurtful intentions. But I figured I'd bring Keldeo because I wasn't keen on Zard, seeing as how the Nihilego was there on the team. And the Thunderous Incarnate, he had a couple of really good counters to my Zard, and as I was saying earlier, T-Tar is not a good switch, not a good mon for us this week, so I figured Keldeo would be the way forward. So we would bring Keldeo this week with the Life Orb, and hopefully we can put in the finest of work. We're going to be bringing Scald, Hydro Pump, Secret Sword, and Hidden Power Ice. We're bringing Hidden Power Ice instead of Ice Wind because more damage output, and to be quite honest, he's not going to bring the Thunderous Incarnate in on a Keldeo hit, So I'm very confident that, like, he's not going to do it. He's going to be keeping the Thunderous Incarnate in the back and bringing it in safely. So we're not going to be able to catch it with a plus with the Icy Wind to bring it down to -1 speed. That's just not going to happen. And then everything else we're going to outspeed naturally. So I figured no need for that. So let's get more damage. And then the rest after that is Scald, which is going to be our go-to move most of the time. Pilot Pump for a bit of high output damage if needs be. And then we just have the Secret Sword to, you know, be able to hurt a couple, just get a nice bit of stab damage on a couple of mons if we need to be. Particularly a good way to be able to go up against the Mega Blastoise. If we're 1v1, we can just go Secret Sword rather than having to rely on our other moves, which, you know, Mega Blastoise eats up completely. Bring the Life Orb so we can get a little bit of extra damage out, because as I said, I do want this thing to be kind of breaking through a few of his walls. We'll bring 252 special attack, 216 in speed with the timid nature, so we outspeed Nihilego, and then the rest is just put into bulk. 36 AVs in HP, so we have the odd number of HP, so rocks don't hurt us as much, and then 4 Split F. Simple as that, very easy. I should also say that we have the dry skin on healer, so we can actually come in on a water pulse and such off the Mega Blastoise. So yeah, just a brief reminder for myself. After that, I was looking at my team, and you know, I realized all of a sudden that Barbarian, it came to me in a sudden realization that Barbarian puts in the finest here. I'm going to put, I actually really want leftovers on you. I'm not going to lie, I really just want leftovers on you. Because I totally forgot about that, but I really want lefties, so you last a bit more when you SD. But I realized Drapion puts in the finest. The Nihilego doesn't get a ground type move, so we can eat hits off that. The Mega Blastoise, we can if we're at full health, we can take a hit from it. The Lower Marek doesn't like coming up against us that much, especially on what you call it. Actually, no, Lower Marek just doesn't want to face us at all. The Sidgewai is in the exact same boat, doesn't want to face us at all. And I figured, well, there's a Pokemon that kind of does a lot of work against a few of his team, Gramble doesn't want to face us at all. Savali, don't know what, impossible to prep. Jigology, nope, doesn't want to really face us at all. Gallade, it's kind of in between. Bronzong doesn't want to face us at all. So I was like, wow, Drapion does the finest here. Like, absolutely puts in a bucket ton of effort. So, a bucket ton of work, I should say. So I said, screw it, we're bringing Barbarian this week, we're bringing the Swords Dance, we're bringing the Crunch, we're bringing the Poison Jab, we're bringing the Earthquake, and we're going full on offense. So we're bringing full Metal Mayhem this week. We're going to be bringing 252 attack, 252 speed with the Jolly nature, because Savali's base 95 speed as well, and I want to be able to outspeed that. What is the base 95 speed? I suppose now is the time to find out, just double check what I thought it was. Yeah, base 95s all across the board. So I realised that we just bring, what's called, we'll have enough speed to be able to speed tie it. Exact same reason why we're bringing the Jirachi here with the hasty nature. And I'm bringing the hasty nature because I want to be able to sponge the Jigology hits. So Starman can speed tie the Staraptor, and Barbarian can speed tie the Savali as well. I think this thing does the finest. I really do. I think Drapion could has the potential to put in a lot of work, especially if we can come in with a switch and we can just put pressure on his team. We don't even need to go for SD the whole time. We can just go for Crunch, just get good damage off, get back out, keep it going like that, you know. So I think Drapion is going to do a lot of work for us, because it is a really good counter to a lot of his team. So hopefully Drapion will do it, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I think he will. I'm actually looking forward to using him. After that, I realised I got really offensive, but I hadn't have any walls, which wasn't good, which really wasn't good. So I figured I better start getting a few walls, and I wanted rocks, particularly for the Thunderous Incarnate, and the Alola Marowak being there. So I decided to bring Scorpia. So Scorpia is going to be coming with us this week. It counters the Alola Marowak, counters the Decidueye. Savali doesn't particularly want to deal with it most times, unless he brings Ice type Savali, which is scary. But if he brings Ice type Savali, then we have a lot of ways to deal with it. It can take hits off the Gramble, the Staraptor, as well. It takes hits off the Gallade. It was just a no-brainer after I looked at the team and what Gligar could wall. I was like, it's a no-brainer. We have to bring Scorpia this week. So Scorpia is coming along for the ride. I am bringing max HP, max physical defense again, because I want this to be my physical wall. because as I said, all the threats that I went through are pretty much, they're all like physical attackers, so might as well bring the max physical bulk. I'm not going to bring this thing on a Thunderous Incarnate or a Nihilego because I'm just going to get wrecked. So I said let's bring the max physical bulk, the max HP. I do have the Forest Spadef. I'm going to put it in attack now. And I will tell you what my original thought was with Gligar. The original thought was I was going to be Rock Polish Baton Pass, so I can bring in Barbarian. And Barbarian can come in and Swords Dance, and it'll be +2 speed, +2 attack. It'll outspeed everything and it can wreck. Problem is that there was just 1 or 2 instances where, because I was running Stealth Rock's Roost, Rock Polish, Baton Pass, and I couldn't do that. I couldn't have just 4 moves that are non-offensive at all, because the Alola Marek then can 1v1 me. The Granbull can 1v1 me. Like everything I wore 1v1s me then, and Gligar essentially becomes just a mon that I just sit there in front of things and just stall out, which for me that's too passive. I have to have some way of chipping damage off or being able to get a switch out there. So I changed around and I slapped a U-turn and Earthquake on it. Earthquake for the Alola Marek, and it's a good stab, and then U-turn for Switch Initiative, and I was like, that's perfect. That's brilliant. It's nice as well because we outspeed the Mega Blastoise naturally, and I doubt Mega Blastoise is going to have enough speed EVs to outspeed me. And if it does, then I'm going to, even though Scorpio will go down, I'll be kind of a little bit happy with that, because then I know trying to beat the Mega Blastoise is going to be a lot easier than what we initially thought. So that's our Scorpio Gligar. Very easy. Once I realized what the work it did. I was messing around with a few sets here, but it kind of fell into place very nicely, which I'm happy about. My last Pokemon that I'm bringing this week is going to be Fable the Florges, and it is going to be a Wish Passer because I want Starman and Heliolisk and Keldeo. Actually, I want my first 4 Pokemon that I talk through you guys to be as healthy as humanly possible. And as well, Florges just straight up walls Blastoise. Just straight up walls it. Straight up walls the Thunderous Incarnate. Doesn't quite wall the Dragology, but we have Starman to deal with that. And kind of pretty much walls the Thunderous Incarnate too, so I was like, bring it on. Fantastic. We have the Aromatherapy to kind of cure any status ailments that come our way. We have the Wish so we can Wish Pass. We have the Toxic so we can, slap Toxic on the Mega Blastoise in particular. I say Alola Marek might switch in if it comes. The Savali we can slap it on there as well. It might bring the Staraptor and a few other Pokemon as well that we can Toxic, which would be very nice. And then I have Moonblast just as stab damage attack move. EV wise now, this is actually a little bit more interesting. We're bringing 252 HP, 156 physical defense, and 100 special attack with the Bull nature. And the reason why we're bringing that is because a standard nasty plotting Thunderous Incarnate, or any normal standard Thunderous Incarnate that doesn't have any sort of bulk investment, our Florges can now 2-hit KO that, guaranteed. So we 1v1 that Thunderous easy. It's an everyday matchup. We 1v1 it the whole time. And then I have of course, despite the 100 EVs less in physical bulk, we still pretty much wall a lot as well. There's a lot of things we can kind of come in and just take. So I was really happy with that. I figured the cut and bulk was not that damaging compared to the boost we were going to get in special attack. So I was like, I was all in for it. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Max, let's drop the 100 EVs in physical defense and let's put in special attack, and let's hit that Thunderous Incarnate a little bit harder if we're up against it. And that is the team. I'm very happy with the team actually. I think we have a lot of ways to beat this team, and I think if we play very carefully, we should be fine. I'm really happy with the addition of Ponyboy. I was not happy with Delmise at all. I think that was my hardest decision, whether or not to drop Delmise for something to hit harder. And I'm glad we got Ponyboy because it is fast as well, so it does put a lot more offensive pressure on his team rather than Delmise, which is a little bit more passive, and I don't think would have worked this week. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here today, you guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please click the like button down below for me. If you guys have any comments to today's video, be it good, bad, or different, let me know in the comment section down below, including if your thoughts on the team, what you would have done differently, what you think I should have done, all that kind of fun stuff. And last but not least, if you want to see more Pokemon, if you want to see more TDL action coming away on this channel, I was about to go into another outro there, but coming away on this channel, please smash that subscribe button down below for me. And that note, I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.